I figured I'd do a little streaming before I went to work. So I created a new character. I don't know if he is in where I don't need him to be. So it looks like I fixed the resolution issues. I had to run 1600 by 900 in borderless window rather, and that seems to have fixed the issue. So hopefully you can see what I'm seeing. I won't have to re-delete everything. So yeah, how about them free cryets the other day, or cryets at my shop? I wonder if they're still there. They disappeared, so that's a good thing. But we are in my house outside of Intrepid Dawn 2, waiting to have this packed up and moved in. So we are in the fraternity house, I guess you could call it. And I like books. There's still so many items to add. So there's 200, rather there's a 200 item limit in this house, and per room to be decorated, that's about 28 items per room, and that's going to be a challenge, especially for the larger ones. But I've got some books and a bed for each of my characters and a nightstand. Put some kind of an alarm clock on there. The Straight-O-Matic, again, this helps to straighten things out. So I have a little bit of a reading lamp, a love seat just to read the books, small modern end table, and that's where characters would ideally put their clothes. Got some room up here for some paintings and other fun stuff when we get it. But right now I don't have too much. I'm not, made of money like I used to be on live. So I'm probably going to end up moving these, make it as a, right now it's kind of like a weird shelf. Put some collectibles on it. So I don't know how many characters you can create on Legends. I'm assuming 10. It's either 6 or 10. And for each of those, I'm going to have a seat. So this is my seat. Iokazel. The other seat's for Stoksha, and the other seat is for Oxythe. But I may end up putting a fountain or something here. It would look a lot better, in my opinion. I've always liked the medium Naboo houses. Not too big, not too large. So we can go down here. And I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this room. Probably have it like a theme room dedicated to the game. But in the past, I was in a house like this, and somebody had a foosball table down here, and they had made it out of different pieces, and I thought that was really incredible. There were also some people that were really good at manipulating items, and they would spend all 200 pieces, or maximum, whatever they could get out of the house, and they would build these amazing custom creations. And there's actually a couple malls I'd like to visit to show people that I'll showcase. We might have some time before I gotta head in. And I don't know if I'll be awake enough later tonight to do any streaming. But that'll be the bedroom. So far, I like the kitchen the most. You go up here, and the kitchen's right next to the balcony. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna. This is probably gonna be a secondary bedroom. It's almost the same as the first. And here's the kitchen. So far. So that's a quat cryo fridge. It's where we keep all the food. How do I toggle walking by default? There we go. Hold down shift. Dang it. I hate D rotates the character. Make me dizzy. That's E that makes it go side to side. So there's a fridge lock. I think that's a Flora survey tool. Kind of looks neat. I wish I could hide the handle a little bit better, but you know, I can't have everything. These are all the kitchen cabinets where we could prepare the food. I just placed that there to place it there. And there's the air fryer, which is a mineral survey tool. So you open that up. In real life, they have this thing called an air fryer, and instead of frying foods in an oil like canola or vegetable oil, it uses heat conduction to mimic a fried food, and it tastes pretty damn good. So that's the house so far. Figured I'd put the kitchen next to the balcony. I mean, you can't really have like a big ass party out here, but it's still nice to see. I do have a history with the planet Rory, so I don't mind moving here. And figured I'd help out a couple folks who want to get this town set up. It's not in a bad location, but there aren't many really good locations on Rory. It's a very, very, very hilly planet. We'll go down and check it out. Well, that's the city's known as Intrepid Dawn 2. So over time, we will add pieces to the house. I don't even know how many pieces are in there right now. But this is technically Shaksha's house. So I'd have to pack it up under him. 34. So we got a while to go. Still have yet to receive all the bonus items from the /claim command, and I haven't been around other people's houses around here. Very hilly terrain. A verver. I remember those things. I used to kill them left and right. I make good food. Someone should make me a verver stew. Kales. I thought it said Carl. Damn it, Carl! So I can't get into any of these. They're all private residences. My house is technically a quote-unquote private residence, but it's public because I like, you know, if people like to see interior designs, I don't mind if they're in there. If I have to do any role-playing, and the role-playing involves removing people from said house, I will make it private. But once a vendor goes in there, I don't really have much of a choice. So now we're actually inside Intrepid Dawn. It's a very small outpost. So hopefully the mayor gets online at some point. Let me see if they're on. Because they can move right in. Yeah, he's not on. And I believe this is one of his houses. And where the frick's is that the door? That's got to be the door. It's just a weird looking door. And I love the windowed versions of things. They should, I mean, they didn't have that idea from the start, but it'd have been awesome. I've always wondered, what purpose do the obelisks really serve? I guess it looks cool. So this will be good for Shaksha, because he's going to be my bounty hunter. I think for roleplay purposes, I'm going to make him neutral, but he's going to be inclined to help the Imperials, because, well, they pay him money. And Twi'leks can be cunning. So it doesn't look like there's any decorations in here. I've had to decorate a couple city halls in my time. Or the city archives, which every city hall has. Yeah, I don't think we can get into any of the houses, which is not a big deal. So, that was my little house down yonder. I wonder if we can get down in these ones real quick. God, my back hurts. Sleep correctly, or your back's gonna hurt, even if you have a really ultra good bed like I do. So, the Tilted Bucket. That's a great name. I heard that this thing's condemned, so I'm gonna need a new cantina. Ah, so somebody's not paying their maintenance. They probably either left the game or they just don't care. Jalor's house. Yeah, I can't get into any of the houses. I mean, it's not a big deal. But, ooh, there's a bunker. You can make some pretty good furniture in the game, but you're limited once you hit 90. There are some schematics you can get, and there's other custom pieces. But rare furniture starts costing a lot of money, and right now we don't have anywhere close to the amount of money that's necessary. I think in the stream the mayor was talking about how he wanted some of these structures to disappear. If I recall correctly, there were 2 of these bunkers. Looks like one of them may have disappeared. So that'll free up some land. My opinion on the 90-day pack-up is what happens is if you're not active or log in the game for 90 days, what happens is I think your structure gets packed up, and I do remember it doing that in live. And it'll pack it up in your data pad so that room can be set aside for somebody else that's actually going to use it. I'm not sure how that rule applies to structures with vendors, but I'm in full support of that mechanic because so we don't have dead cities. So if somebody has a city and the people aren't actively playing, in about 90 days the house is going to pack up. They'll start losing citizens. Eventually, if they don't keep up and replace those citizens, the towns start going off the map. So for example, there were 2 other locations where there was a terminal, and these are out in the middle of nowhere, and I guarantee if I drive out to them, there's going to be something there. These were more than likely at one point cities. So we can look at cities on the map, but not everybody, I don't think everybody has a shuttle port. So if you look here, Serenity Dawn, Lake Avalon, Anti-Gravityville, and Thunderdome and Atlantis, they're smaller towns, so is the Katana Enclave. They're smaller towns, they do not have access to a shuttle port. So I think in order to have access to a shuttle port, you need 30 individual characters. It might be 20, I can't remember. But it looks like everybody here has their own shuttle. Cowrie really doesn't need it. That's kind of just like frickin' hogging it, man. Look how close they are to the rebel military outpost. But when I played, I believe Kobala City, if I remember correctly, it was somewhere north of here. I have the coordinates somewhere in one of my old screenshots, but yeah, Rory's an interesting planet. It's a backwater planet, and it's, especially for Stocksha, is the perfect backwater planet to hide bounty hunter stuff, so it kind of fits into their role play. I never really got into the mountains of Rory, but I hear they're pretty cool. And I don't know about points of interest. There aren't too many. The Kobola Bunker. I've never been there. I've never been to some of these. I'll have to start going and trying to get exploration badges. The Hyperdrive Research Facility. Boggle. The Pygmy Torton Cave. I've been to that one. Yeah, there's not too many points of interest in Rory. It's like the Cleveland of the galaxy. It's just like the armpit of the galaxy. It's just like not much to do. And that's why we're here, to make it better. Anyways. Let me look at the timestamp. It is 10:30, so that is fine. I mean, you gotta make money. I don't think anything's sold in the shop. Ah, yeah, Crichton sent me this this funny message. Not sure if it's passive-aggressive or not, but hello, neighbor. I'm sure you've noticed lots of animals spawning around your house. Yes, yes, I did. I picked up my factory and went to place a different factory a few minutes later, and bam, there was someone's house in place of my factory. I'm sure if you were to find another suitable place for your shop, the animals would subside. As for the Jawas and their shoddy mechanics, I can't help you with that. Sincerely, Binary Suns Corporation. Well, he's not gonna like this, but, well, you know, it's kind of a really, really good spot for business, and, you know, I wouldn't honestly have an issue with a factory being down like 200 meters, 300 meters. I mean, it's not really that big a deal. I mean, it's a factory. I mean, yeah, the convenience from Isley is great, but it's not a big deal. So it's a good storefront that I have. Speaking of which, we could go over and decorate that one a little bit. So why don't we usually go to normal? or normally, normally. I'm just gonna call it normal. I've always called it normal. Isley, Isley, Mos Eisley. Despite only having 7 hours of sleep, most people would be like, I'd kill to have 7 hours of sleep. I feel pretty good. Usually I get 8, 8.5, depending on how long of a day I had. I was pretty tired yesterday. Didn't have the best day. Hopefully today will be better. Like I said, I'm not really a morning person. Ooh, look at me, I'm a flashy Jedi. I don't have anything against Jedi. I have something against fight clubs. Anywho. Let's see, I really need to get a new speeder. I got a swoop on Stocksha. Or is it Shocksha? I can't even remember anymore. Because he shocks you. I'm sorry, that was absolutely horrible. Oh, I don't even have my sound on. No wonder I ain't hearing crap. There we go. And I know it's low to begin with. Let's go to OI, which spells OI! I was thinking orbital yards, so I get OY. But hopefully we don't have that infestation of crate dragons again. We will know if my F or frames per second drop like a truck. I have never seen a bug like that before. Looks normal to me. There's every freaking cryot under the sun. A shady merchant tent. Rush's Galactic Emporium, a subsidiary of Binary Suns Research Corporation.
Chewbacca is nothing more than a rug with a bowcaster.
Yeah, kind of, actually. Look at all this cool stuff. Is that a CP3O bobblehead? Yes! But here's the question. Can you bobble it? Oh! Why can't I bobble it? Yes, you can! Yes! I can flick his head! I was gonna say, there's no point in having a C3PO bobblehead without, being able to flick it. Pick it and flick it. Wow, that's some really expensive stuff. A small missile crate. Boots with the fur. That's, interesting. Galactic deals. It's just interesting to see the houses around. Ooh, it's about 4 credits per unit. Glass shelves. Oh, those are cool. So like I said, there's this awesome stuff out there, but it's 10 million credits. And some people, that's just like a drop in the piss bucket, and I can't afford that.
Chewbacca is nothing more than a rug with a bowcaster.
Famous power bits. This is a pretty interesting design for a shop. Custom order pickup. Oh, good to know.
the coven.
So again, this is our tiny shop here. Not much of anything. Not yet. I've always wondered what's around my shop. Dang, my back hurts. The love nest. Do I want to? Oh god. Oh, it's condemned. Okay. Ooh, cool. That means that it's gonna go poof. That'll be room for another house. Not that I need it. The Heisenberg Cafe. A crafting house. What's in hither? Yeah, it's gotta load though. Sweet. Sweet. Ooh. Yeah, I remember these things. They're the things I talked about where you chuck the shit in and you get like a low grade back. That's pretty neat. I'll have to remember he's back here in case I need to use his structure and crafting tools. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Most people don't. Wasn't there a tent? Yeah, there we go. The Shady Merchant tent. Item requisition terminal. Wonder if that means drop it off here. Yep. Restoration kits and astromech modules. If I remember correctly, the vehicle restoration kits require space asteroids, and that will be very handy in the future because we can sell that stuff. Resource acquisition terminal. So I think this is just for pickup. I don't think he actually sells anything. A dubious. Oh, no, he might sell something. Nope. Nice tent, though. What do I want to put in my shop?
Slave.
I am not a slave. I don't know how I want to decorate the shop. I mean, I don't want it to be like a house, but I don't want it to be boring as crap either. I don't think books really belong in a shipwright shop. It's too fancy. I mean, we can make tool chests, but everybody can do that. I did kind of want a cafe table, but is it really necessary? Yeah, that would look nice next to a potted plant. I don't have any wood to make said potted plant. Call it a lounger. Sadly, I can't change the color. That'd be pretty cool. I don't think it was ever intended to be able to change the color, which sucks. Oh, there we go. I couldn't make it with the public crafting station, but I wanted to make one of these. It's very large for a couch where you can only sit one person. Data terminal. That's pretty cool. So apparently there's some stuff I can make here that I couldn't make before. Yeah, issue is it's just been overdone. That and I don't have the steel to make it, but I would rather use that to place the vendors behind. It would look a lot better. I do want a droid detection device. Of these. I mean, I like the freestanding birch, but I don't think it's going to go well with the Tatooine style. Yeah, see, I don't have the wood or the chemical to make it. I'm sure you could buy them, like, real cheap on the market. I don't want beds in there. There's no need. Those would look pretty cool if I had the right table. We'll hang on to that. I don't know. We'll think about it. Oh, what's this? A structure customization kit. I've never seen this. 6 units of metal, 30 units of gemstone, 110 units of fungi. Where the fuck am I gonna get that? A hewable structure. It's probably the windowed ones, because it can be used to color the exterior of any hewable structure you own. To use, place inside your inventory, walk outside the hewable structure you'd like to color. That's kind of cool. Of course, all the different deeds I can make. It's not really helping us in terms of items for the shop. There's nothing really in here that I'd like to name and pretend is something else. Let's see if there's some generic items. So I know there's like some food items and some drinks I want to put on the table if I ever put a table out. There's not much here either. Miscellaneous. I forgot about fishing rods. What in God's name? Offensive patrol construction tool. Okay, it's probably that city invasion thing. That'd be pretty cool for a circuit breaker. Much in the way there or there. It's because we're at the wrong crafting station. Yeah, I don't think he has a starship one. That's all right. That guy is right there. Oh, it's Imperial Agent. That's a pretty neat house. So we got just a couple of items. I'll pick up items from time to time. We could definitely use a rug in here, but again, the rugs are one of those junk vendor collection kits, and they could cost a couple million credits, and it's just something I don't have at the moment, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, I forgot the straight-o-matic. I can always make another one. Yaw, 90. Just in case you want to sit down and wait for your thing to be completed. That's pretty cool. This is where I'll display, like, really awesome ship parts and stuff like that. Or make it look like I'm working on them or something. I think this is where I'll put the lights. Now, I personally don't mind droids in the shop. Apparently there's this thing where people in the Star Wars universe don't like droids. Kind of like that moved over. I might want to move the vendors over, too. I might do that. I don't know if I want to spend the time right now. What else do I got in here? Okay, so I got 2 of those. The droid detection device. Is there any way I can implement this into the design of the shop? Nah. Well, it does kind of look kind of neat. It's robotic, I guess. But I'd rather put it in the back of the shop. I don't know. We'll do something with it another day. I'll just keep it there. And just so we got a theme going on. I mean, I could put the flawed thing up there, but kind of counter to selling good things, you know. It's just like people walking like, oh, there's a flawed piece of shit in here. Apparently there's some way, excuse me, to rotate things by pitch instead of yaw. I've seen people do it. I have no clue how to do it. Back, left, right, up, down, distance, copy location, copy height. Yeah, it's... pitch doesn't exist. Nothing or no one name could be found in range. Yeah, there's a way to do it. Because I'd like to get this on its side 90 degrees and put it up there, but, you know, it's... I guess I could put it in there. And what I used to do is on the Stella Bellum server where I had my parts warehouse, you'd walk in, you'd see nothing but frickin' parts upon parts upon parts in a warehouse, and it was like the most awesome thing ever. I could kind of do that in the back room, but there's only so much room I have to work with, and I don't know what the item limit is in this structure. I think it's 2, so it should be 200. Yeah, so it's as much as a medium Naboo. So I can fit a lot of crap in here, actually. You know, we could put, like, workshops in the back, like, work tables. Like these chests, and just lie them on their tops. Be like a miniature workshop back here, that'd be kind of cool. But, yeah, right now, there's not too much I can add other than what I've added. Ooh, we get some more resources. Do I got more steel in there? I do. I do have steel. I thought I didn't have any left. Cool. Probably get rid of that fiberplast. It's not even worth keeping. Sprucely hide's probably not worth keeping. The woolly hide's worth keeping. I don't know if in that amount, though. I don't need it. Or to keep the energy on us, and before I leave, I should pick up what's in my hopper, but, yeah, you know, it'll be okay for a day or two. I guess we could go to the market and see what's for sale, but again, I don't have enough cash to buy anything. So that's my shop. I'd like it to be more awesome, but again, those rare items are really hard to get for a decent price. Excuse me. And then there's the reward items, and I think you get those after 10 days. What? 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 This game. You know what? I might have enough for another level 8 weapon from Nova Orion. Okay, so it's 100, 95, then 90. Do I have 90 tokens? Yeah, I can go get one. We'll go get one. But first I'd like to look at a Bazaar. The Bazaar! It's a Borderlands 2 reference. Wish there was a closer one. So I don't have to drive around like this, because Isley is convoluted. So I'm going to deposit on my credits. Rochelle Avadain. I'm not a big fan of short hair, but there are some people that can pull it off really well. I'm talking real life. Alright, so only about vendor location, entire galaxy. Let's see, there's so much we could search for. Appearance only item. So they're invisible. That's interesting. You got invisible pants. I've actually seen a naked character, a naked male character. They don't have a package. If you catch my drift. Wow, these are expensive. You know what? These are probably for PvPers. Let's see what we got in our collections. Herf. Okay. That's not what I thought that was. Smoke powder. $8 million for that gem. Container. Datapad housing. That'd be cool for an alarm clock. Class A cargo container. That's kind of cool. I don't know why it has to be so expensive. That's kind of cool too. Elegant cabinet. Rebel hyperspace algorithm for deep space. Oh, that's cool. So if somebody actually sells them, that's neat. Okay, cool. So we're in the furniture section. There's got to be dozens of these things. Dozens upon dozens. Holy crap. His file name is Sparky. Imperial rug. Yeah, see, these things can cost a lot of money. If you're willing to pay the money, you can get the item. So, I'm curious. What attributes would it let me? Look at serial number. Yeah, so this doesn't really help us. So if you're looking... Like, say, let's look at all the big ticket stuff. Anything $1 million and above, which might be like rare furniture. You can get a Life Day poster. And this is expensive stuff. We're nowhere close to getting any of these pieces. I forget if that's a lootable. They shouldn't be that much. That's cool. Large hanging lamp. That'd be awesome for the frat. I mean, I can make one, but get it all in one item. Some of the stuff you can get off Kashyyyk, I believe. The golden one. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is all the Life Day stuff that people... I don't know if I would want to sell this stuff if it were mine, because I think you can only get so many per character. Now, you see, that painting I like, but they're expensive. That would be a lot of grinding in space just to get that. Painting of a U-wing. Oh, look at that. Oh, I forgot. Oh, look at that. This must be a custom piece that they added to the game. Look at that. That's cool. Oh, I want these for my shop. But I'm not valuable. I'm not wealthy enough. They're so cool. Yeah, these rugs are a lot. Like, let's just type in rug. I guarantee these suckers are expensive. Wampa skin rug. Yeah, that'd be great in a frat. It's not terribly expensive. What else is there? So those are the cheapies. People gotta be out of their fucking mind if I'm gonna pay that much. Ornate rug. I think you get that as a reward from the Bestine elections. See, what I'm looking for is the blue rug or the orange rug. Those are really hard to get a hold of. So, another thing. Let's see, minimum. Let's go high roller. Things that are 10 million credits. Hollow entertainment table. That's pretty cool. People will be like, I'll be like, don't touch my table. You know how much money I spent on that damn table? That one's in storage. I'm not paying 800 million for that piece of shit. I don't think it'd be valuable. You could get any resource that has ever spawned. 10 mil for that. X-Wing pilot grader. I've seen this poster, it's pretty cool. A vulture droid fighter. That shit's expensive. It makes you wonder, should I even be paying this? That's cool. Experimental lung vat. Excuse me, I don't even know what that is. Nim's Revenge. Heh. I tell you what, a friend of mine that used to play the game from the UK, Aragorn, he was a collector. He'd go ape shit over this stuff. He'd probably have most of it. Oh, that'd be cool. It came from Mustafar. That's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. So much money. Like, what is kind of money? Anyways, we're burning time. Yeah, she gotta earn the money. So we could do a little grinding. At this point, I've been spending too much money in getting the business started that I've been kind of neglecting the ship. So the ship's a little, I mean, it leaves a little to be desired. We're almost there for a Key Magilla, but, I mean, this works fine enough. I mean, the reactor's fine. The engine's pretty good for what it is. I desperately need a better shielding unit, better capacitor unit. That's almost desperate. So why don't we do some grinding and try to find a better capacitor and shield unit? Because I'm going to need that for future missions. So I need some repairs. Yeah, that's a nice ship. A Cryet gunship. General purpose kick-assery. Excuse me a moment. I think we'll grind, excuse me, for another 20 minutes, and then I gotta get ready for work. I'm working, man. I won't be streaming like this all the time. I've just kind of been getting back into the game lately. So that's why I'm on it. And yeah, this looks a lot better in 16 by 900 resolution. That's the native screen resolution from my monitor. Alright, let's blow him out of the sky. Thank you, got my gain. Let's see if we can get my duty mission. Oh yeah, we need to go to Nova Orion to get that piece. But here's the thing, I don't really want to put together a level 8 weapon without seeing like a ton of them. I just want to see what the best possible stats are on the server before I put together a really awesome weapon. So that's going to require a lot of samples. And it's going to require a lot of duty missions if I want to get free level 8s. Because, I mean, you'll loot level 8s at higher levels, but you won't get them as fast, I don't think, versus doing missions. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you do want duty tokens, and you don't feel like being in a starship and doing it that way. Once I get my POB set up, I'd be more than happy to run people up for free. We can go do duties and get duty tokens. It'd be pretty neat if I could get like 5 people, because then I can build a gunship. We're not even gonna go there because that is going to be a very, very expensive project. But I want to do it. I want a Virgo. I've had one in Stella Bellum, and I like them here. They're just frickin' buckets of gravy, man, on wheels. It's hard as shit to turn them. Very difficult. So yeah, like I said, you can make a living off jump to light speed. I mean, it's not much, but... You know, we're all friends within the jump to light speed community. Most of us, anyways. Does it give me any artisan ability? Yeah, if it doesn't give me any bonuses to making stuff, I don't really give a shit. I could care less. Excuse me. Let's get that out of the way. Frickin' FPS is jumping all over the place down here. I see some ties. We'll take him out. He's got no active shields. That was a mistake. See what I mean? Big mistake. This guy's disabled. Let's... he's too far away. Otherwise I'd put him out of his misery. The hell? Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking people up on POB runs. Gets me loot for the shop. Gets you duty tokens. Oh, actually, you know what? I think you have to have the active duty mission. So, what you'd have to do in that case is, as you're a gunner, and we're going to different waypoints, you're going to have to funnel me, the pilot, those coordinates so I can fly to that location so we can trigger the event. So that's possible. I mean, it's a minor pain in the ass, but it's not a big deal. Because as the pilot, I can't see your quest status, which really sucks, but it's the way it is. Now, you could use a Y8 mining ship as a like a quasi gunship. The problem is it's a big, broad target. It's easy to hit. Although it seems with the computer that doesn't really matter, does it? God dang, excuse me. I'm gonna get hit anyways. One of the things that really made Star Wars Galaxies was the community. So if you get back into this game and you just want to play solo and not talk to anybody, you're going to get bored very quick. So it is my intent to try and play with some other players, just just for fun, but also it's advantageous to do so. There are advantages to doing so rather. Can't talk today. I think faster than I speak. Come here! Go there! All over the place. I need the money. I need some money. This is how you get it. So, I also did a cost analysis. So, to get a level 1 piece of gear from Nova Orion, it costs 55 ship tokens. To get a level 10 piece of gear, it takes 100 tokens. So, at what point do you sell the parts to a chassis dealer to get the most efficient use out of your duty tokens? The answer is buying level 10 parts. But do you really want to do that, or do you want to save for RE projects? I mean, if you don't want to get into RE, I mean, I'll do it, but... Oh, shit. Yeah, you're going first. You're going to break first. Ow! Don't piss up a power line. There we go. That's why I hate this capacitor with a passion. That's one of the heavier pieces in the ship. That and the engine and the shields. Big mistake, pal! Yep, someone's firing at me. A KSC, huh? Oi! Sit down. Another issue with KSC fire sprays for PvP, they're big-ass targets. I could hit them so easy. The thing that I cannot hit easily are two things. Royal TIE Interceptors, and A-Wings. They are very difficult to hit. I forget what the master ship is for, or one of the jump to lightspeed rewards. It's not the Belbulub, it's the other one. Kind of looks like a Karogs. That one could be difficult to hit. I think it's the Virgo? I forget the name of it. Stop hitting me! Must have run into a spawn. Oh yeah, they just respawned. Got about 10 minutes left. Must have run into a spawn. Good evening. Prepare to die. I'm just thinking there's going to be a YT. Nope. Got lucky. Now I say, boy, this is bullfuckery. Or bull honky. I gotta go to the honky tonk. Someone should name the new cantina in Intrepid Dawn a honky tonk. Do some square dancing. I've actually done square dancing, not like organized square dancing, but it can be kind of fun. There's not. It's a brainless activity, like peeing. Come here. Die. Yeah, my sentiments exactly. Why are you taking so long? This is a simple math problem. Me minus you equals me. Therefore, you're nothing! Bye! That's Mr. Popo voice. I want another day off so I could just stream Galaxies. To make a living! Ugh, rent is expensive. Saving up for an apartment. Nothing wrong with that. This time, I will likely be roommate free. As you know, all that fun jazz. Not at liberty to discuss that. Still pretty kosher with my former roommate, though. Speaking of which, thanks for reminding me, I owe him some money. I gotta send him a check. And now it's time for the game Verbal Diarrhea. No. He's ripping me a new hole. Literally and figuratively. I ripped him a new one. Figuratively and literally. You buzz off. Should have enough for a new capacitor by this point. I've booked for 10 minutes and I gotta get rolling. Works at 1 o'clock, but I gotta drive. Yeah, I think we'll call it. Let's see what we got. Not much. Might be enough for new capacitor, probably not. The reactor's not bad. Oh, there it is. There's an upgrade. Don't even have to pay anything. Nice. Your call. I would, however, like to do a project at some point. So for RE projects, the less parts, the cheaper it is, obviously. So your higher equipment certification stuff is going to be a lot more, especially those tier 8 weapons, man. Tier 10 weapons too, but because those gunship parts are heavy. So I don't think we're going to get rid of him. Unless I can find something better. 906. It's not much of an upgrade, but it's an upgrade nonetheless. Still have a drink? Yes, I do. Excuse me. Alright, sell everything else. Desperately need money right now. Yeah, it's not going to be enough for a capacitor. Let's at least locate one. Hope nobody buys it. So I'll show you how to do a search for a ship upgrade. It's a lot simpler with the new filters that they introduced in post-NGE. So you go to your bazaar. So let's get rid of the old stuff I was looking at. Ship component. In my case, I'm looking for a capacitor. Enable attribute filter. And we're going to look at my ship again real fast. So right now, in my Dune Lizard, my components, the capacitor, I want a capacitance or a capacitor energy greater than 906.3. So let's enter that. 906. What? Period key doesn't work. Oh, that blows. It's better than nothing. So let's take a look. So we don't want ammo. We want capacitor energy, which is right there. You're gonna add that. Oh no, we want minimum. Sorry. Otherwise, we'll get everything under that, and that's not what we want. So let's refresh, and not in this region. There are well over 100 of them in the galaxy. So there are better parts. Some of these are just really expensive. It looks like this is one of the elite is it a level 10? Yeah, it's a 10. But that recharge, man. So why don't we do this? Beautiful. We can actually afford something and run a project. But I don't know what the lowest mass I've seen is. But that's not... That capacitor energy is not 1200. Oh, update. Let's see what happens. No, could still get one. But it's level 10. So we're going to need to add another filter option. Ship equipment certification level, because you can't mix ship equipment certification levels in reverse engineering projects. So we're going to want level 4, add, and this is going to drastically reduce the results. Yeah, so there's 32 of them. And it's not, they're not even capacitors. Yeah, there's only 3 that are better than 1200, and they cost a lot of money. Be great for an RE project, though. What the fuck? Yeah, that ain't right. Looks like that got overcharged. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. So why don't we update this value to 1000? See what pops up. And see, I entered the capacitor in the item name filter because I wanted to get rid of all the add-ons that are used in the crafting process. It has nothing to do with reverse engineering, so this is a pretty good part. 1049. I don't want anything that's going to break the bank, so Let's look under 50,000. So I don't want to break the bank. I'm not interested in a reverse engineering product, although that's not bad. But I am interested in getting the lowest mass possible, for the highest capacitor energy. But then we also want to look for a really good recharge. So this might cost us some money, which it always usually does. 1135. So let's look at the highest one I could find that won't kill my frickin' bank. 1049, 1001, 1022, 1048's the winner so far. 1105 is the winner so far. That's a nice piece of equipment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna save the 1105. It belongs to Kinasam. We'll go nab that later today. Tonight, maybe. I'll nab that. So now what I want to do is get rid of that criterion. And we're going to look for any capacitors that are level 4 ship equipment certification with a recharge greater than 35. Probably going to be tough to find. No, let's go higher. Let's go higher. You gotta be shitting me. Capacitor recharge rate. That's 25.6. That's not. Minimum's 50. When we do recharge rate, ship component, update, refresh. That's what I thought. There we go. So when we do 40. Yeah, there aren't too many. 40.2. 40.6 and 40.9. Sadly, that's not going to work for our reverse engineering project. So 46, this is one we're going to want to pick up, and it's from this Respect My Authority. So we're going to keep that in the back of our heads. Let's look at the other things. Armor and hit points are basically the armor protecting your subsystems. So there's shields, armor, and then the subsystems armor. The subsystems armor is really not going to save you that much, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Let's change this up a little bit before I go. Let's look at mass. I'm going to start and go as low as we can. Maximum value of 3600 mass. Update. Refine. There's a lot of them. Let's go down to 3000. There's a lot of them. I doubt we're going to find any that are 1000. Yeah, something's not working. There we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. 2000. $3,000. There's one, but it's not going to work for our needs. It's also... Why would you do that? Ugh. What a piece of shit. I say it's a piece of shit because you could have had ay, Dios mío, Dios mío, Dios mío. This is better. So we got 32. Let's try 31. Most of these are REs. Okay, so this is the only one. It's the lowest mass I could find. And it's going to be 30,000 credits. So hopefully nobody buys any of this stuff anytime soon. I doubt it, but you never know. We'll have those in our waypoint, in our data pad. I almost said waypoint meter. So we gotta make the human yellow chassis blueprints. I don't need that. Okay, so 30,000 credits. Excuse me. 24,000 credits. 30 plus 24 is 54. 54 plus 40 is 94,000 credits. We're going to need to farm up to 94,000 credits in order, excuse me, to get that capacitor project completed. I mean, you don't have to, and you probably shouldn't, especially at this lower level, but for something like a small, compact fighter, you might have to go with a 4 or a 5, and it might be valuable later on. So after we use that part, we can repair it at the station and just resell it. So we're going to need some money for this project, and I don't have the time to go farm for that money. So we're going to end the streaming here pretty quickly. I'm going to head back to the starport. At least I think it's over this way. Yeah, it is. I gotta go put some food in my belly. Ah, yes, fish. Cannot find that fourth neon tetra. I turned up everything. He either jumped to suicide out of the tank and the cats got him. Somebody netted him out of my tank, which is unlikely, or they ate him, which is unlikely because I'd find the evidence. It doesn't disintegrate that fast. So I have no clue what happened to the fish, and it's kind of bumming me out. So, alright. So we've got 3 pieces I got 1 of the pieces. We'll go get the rest of the pieces later. Possibly tonight. Probably tomorrow. And yeah, I will see all you folks next time.